as Ireland get us away, attacking the goal to our left, and straight away a touch for the incomparable Jennings. Jimmy Nicholl, Armstrong heading it on, and Hughes was aiming to give a first touch to Ray Clements, but he didn't come off. Thought he was impeded, I think, there by Kasky. Here's Kasky, number 10. This is Cochrane playing the ball through there for McElroy, and it was as well for England that Watson got across there. That could have been very dicey indeed for England, and it's a throw for Northern Ireland. McElroy again, and a deep, long cross coming in behind the England goal for a goal kick. Phil Neal. I suppose we've spoken about Clements being under pressure tonight. Phil Neal is on the ball at the moment. The same really applies to him because Viv Anderson played so well in his first international. Hughes playing it short to Watson, who took a nasty knock playing for Manchester City against Tottenham on Saturday. The long ball putting Keegan through, brought down though by Jimmy Nicholl when it looked as though Keegan might get free. And they're urgently calling everybody back for Northern Ireland. Well, England did well from free kicks in Denmark, from blocking free kicks at that, floated in there towards Latchford, too high for him, and a simple touchdown for Chris Nicholl. Up towards Armstrong, being watched by Watson. In fact, it was Armstrong who accidentally kicked Watson at White Hart Lane on Saturday. Here's Hughes finding Neal. Playing it forward with a bit of positive play there by and Latchford given that ball badly straight to Kasky. What was he thinking of? And Armstrong's through, and a shot across the face of the goal, a weak one. And as well as for England it was, there's Jerry Armstrong there. So Rice with the throw, Hughes again getting in quickly, and Jimmy Nicholl turning it in. And McElroy very nearly was able to turn almost a lazy pass out there by Brooking, but eventually it found Barnes, and away he goes. Latchford outside him, just onside, and here's Coppell coming up quickly as well. Good break by England, and an interesting shot by Coppell. But on that form, certainly Barnes looking in the mood. His header, a good one, with a lot of distance to it. And Brooking taking it up with a Coppell again, making a great run down the right for him. Keegan going through the middle. Here's Coppell. Hitting lower this time towards Keegan. Can he hit it and turn? And he can. It'll come for Barnes. And down goes Jennings. Well, it was probably as well for Northern Ireland that Keegan's shot was blocked, and Barnes, in fact, couldn't quite find enough power to trouble Jennings. One or two promising things have developed from Coppell down this right touchline. And here's a pass for Latchford. Supported here by Tony Curry. And O'Neill just nicking out the foot there, but Neal and Curry between them making a bit of progress here. Phil Neal for England with the cross, and the header superbly saved. My word, Coppell's header looked certain against a lot of goalkeepers it would have been, but Jennings' reactions not for a moment let him down. The cross by Neal, and look at that brilliant piece of keeping.
In fact, it was too good a header, that, Brian. If he had deflected it, it would have gone in.
Well, here's the corner, Brooking with it, Mills right in there, the fist of Jennings didn't reach it, and a goal kick. Hughes playing it forward, good after that one. He says to Keegan, and here's Keegan with Barnes outside him. Brooking's gone through the middle there, in an onside position, in towards Latchford, in towards Coppell, and it was Nelson who got that away. O'Neill getting it on its way. Mills intercepting for England. Here's Phil Neal for England. Played wide now for Koppel. Interesting cross towards the far post. Keegan. Well, the smile of Keegan, the cross of Koppel, and Pat Jennings just beaten to the punch there by Kevin Keegan's head. Jackie?
Well, that's exactly what we said what might happen. See, Chris Nicholls anchored at the far post, and Jimmy Nicholls the one who's having to take the near post, and he's not a good marker in that area. Keegan didn't really know what had happened to that ball, but he was left with a free position in the middle of goals, and that's exactly the way I thought goals might come tonight.
I think there was a bit of shoulder in it as well as head, but it's put England into the lead 1-0 with 25 minutes gone. The scorer Kevin Keegan, and here's Sammy Nelson now for Northern Ireland. Nice backward header there by Martin O'Neill, but coming to nothing. Koppel again, who really has looked good. Shoving the back by Armstrong, and he got away with that one. McMills just sticking out a foot. Cochrane trying a back heel, but to no avail. Barnes almost tripping himself up, and then losing it in a bad position there to Terry Cochrane. And it's Mills to the rescue there again for England to stop that ball coming in. Barnes turning it back. Brooking playing it on. Keegan onside once more. But Chris Nicol back for Northern Ireland. Watson there. Now McElroy for Northern Ireland. Beautiful mover. Very skillful player, Sammy McElroy. But finding it difficult to lose Phil Neal. There he is again. And now O'Neill. McCreary. Nelson. McCreary. Well, he's winkled his way past Phil Neal, but he couldn't get a shot in. Turned back there towards McElroy, and there's no offside, and a corner given. I think England half stopped there, thinking that McElroy was well offside. So Martin O'Neill going into the England penalty area. It's going to be McElroy or Nelson. Three men in the wall. Koppel, Brooking and Curry. Nelson running over it. And a curler! Oh my word, it went against the post from McElroy. Well, that was an amazing stroke of luck for England. It completely fooled him, and now here's Armstrong coming through. And England just cannot get that ball forward. They've got a corner now, Northern Ireland. What a good free kick, though, by McElroy. We'll quickly see it before this corner's taken. Curled in there against Clemence's post. Here's the corner now. Jerry Armstrong with the header, and Kasky couldn't react quickly enough. Jack, you've been trying to say something in all that excitement.
I'm a bit worried about Ray Clemence. He seems to be... that ball that was curled across there, he seemed to just let go, and he's not been very, very positive at all inside that box tonight. I'm just a little bit worried about him.
Curry, and back it goes to the aforementioned Ray Clemence. Well, that's Curry, but Clemence. Jimmy Nicol planted forward there towards Armstrong, but I think Dave Watson has that situation under control. But has he? What a bad ball there. And Clemence goes down as Cochrane tries a shot. And there was almost a death wish on that bit of play by Dave Watson.
Well, I don't think he was expecting it there, Brian. It was a sort of a half-hearted shot by Mick Mills that finished at Kevin Keegan's feet. Had he been expecting the ball, he would have probably controlled it and stuck it in the back of the net. It was a terrific chance because he had a lot of room there.
And that's the half-time whistle. Right on time. And England then leading 1-0 with a goal by Kevin Keegan. Scored with a combination of head and shoulders after 25 minutes that puts England's noses in front by a 1-0 in this crucial European Championship match that really England must win and Ireland will be battling away so hard you can be sure in the second half. Terry Cochrane, the number 11, to do that. We're now waiting then for the start of this second half. And it'll be England who get the kickoff, attacking the goal to our left, and away we go. England leading 1-0. Kevin Keegan the scorer. Emlyn Hughes on the ball for England, and back straight away to Ray Clements. That's a kick that's going straight to Cochrane. Shoved off the ball unceremoniously there was McCreary by Curry. Here's Peter Barnes doing the thing that Jack Charlton likes him to do. A lovely little flick though for Keegan, and a good cross by Keegan to the far side, and the header coming in, and it's there by Latchford. Barnes absolutely superb, but what a good piece of crossing by Keegan here. And they've got in a bit of a muddle there, the Irish, between Pat Jennings and the post, just going off Pat's hand. And within a minute of the start of the second half, England have given themselves some breathing space. Jack.
That was one of the best crosses I've ever seen, because the ball was going away from Kevin. But Bob Latchford's header went exactly where Pat Jennings didn't want it to go, which was down at his feet and in by the near post.
And he's not everybody's cup of tea, I think, as an England centre-forward, Bob Latchford, but he scored in Denmark, he scored in Dublin, and now he scored here at Wembley. The 3 European Championship games that England have played so far in this series, Bob Latchford has scored in each of them. So 2-0 England. Hughes chasing this back. Linesman in fact was flagging on this side, but Ulf Eriksson, the Swedish referee, said let it go. England in possession. Well, exactly the start to the second half that England wanted. They, as Jack was saying, they went in fits and starts in that first half. Keegan getting past Jimmy Nicholl. Played in short again towards Latchford, and my word, he nearly got another touch in there that mattered. Throw to England. Really, Jack, it was breathing space that they required. I think I noticed that Derek Spence is warming up on the far side for Northern Ireland, a striker.
Yeah, it was an exact right time to get another goal. Now, England, who knows what the score could be now? You know, the score could be England 4 or 5 now. Or it can be, if Ireland get back in the game, a 2-2 draw. But England are looking much more positive in this early stages.
Here's Keegan. McElroy away. Watson's header falling straight though for Ireland again. It's Martin O'Neill making a good positive break there, going past Watson that time, but Phil Neal was covering well.
It was lovely to see Peter Barnes' run for that goal though. You know, I like the way the England players got out of the back of the people and let him run at him into the space behind him. Keegan's run was perfect. Perfect.
Well, here's Keegan again. That was perfect too for Brooking. A shot and just past. They're really on the rampage in the opening minutes of their second half, England, playing powerfully but with great artistry as well. But look at this touch by Keegan coming up there, and how well Brooking turns on it. But sadly his finishing wasn't quite as good, although maybe there was a touch of luck about it for Jennings as well. A corner then which Brooking will take. Watson's there, and another one! 3-0. The agony of Pat Jennings, beaten twice in the first 4 minutes of the second half. The swinging corner by Brooking again. There it is. And look at that big number 5, Dave Watson. And they could only hit it into the roof of the net. 3-0.
They're relying a lot here. They're relying a lot on Pat Jennings, and he's not getting to the ball. And there's no real competition from the big England players on these crosses. This is what we said earlier on. This could be the downfall of the Irish, and it's proven to be exactly that.
Well, in fairness, it's what you said, Jack, and you were absolutely right, that a combination of Watson and Latchford might be a little too much for big Chris Nicholl on his own at the back, and they might get beaten in the air. That's exactly the way it's proved. A foul by Armstrong on Keegan, and a good advantage played by referee Eriksson. And here come England again, with Brooking played wide for Barnes. Ron Greenwood has played 12 games as the England manager. He's been in charge 12 times. They've lost only one, and it doesn't look as though they're going to lose tonight. That one against West Germany. Curry hustled out of it by Martin O'Neill.
It's, you know, your tails are open and you do things automatically now, simply, and you suddenly find yourself with time and room to do it. And people don't seem to be closed down quite as quickly.
Well, Armstrong wasn't closed down, and neither was Spence there as they take it up for Northern Ireland. My word, a rocket shot there over the side netting. Optimistically, Derek Spence was claiming a corner. I don't think Ray Clements even saw that one. Keegan brought down, was he? No, he slipped as he tried to turn. It's an Irish throw. Get Mills going the wrong way. The short pass for McIlroy. Here's Jimmy Nicholl coming up. Terry Cochran on the far side, supported by Sammy Nelson. Still with Cochran, the short little pass there. They might come to something here yet. Derek Spence tries to go in there, and eventually, my word, it didn't go in. It was Armstrong's shot, and then it bounced off the shoulder of Ray Clements, and McIlroy couldn't quite turn it in. England escape, and it might shake them up a little bit. Here's Brooking. Now it's Koppel. Brooking outside him. A lot of space out there as well. Cross curling in towards Keegan, but Chris Nicholl was there first. Tony Curry played wide here for Peter Barnes. It's a good deep cross again, and Sammy Nelson quite happy to put that one behind for the England corner.
I think Ron Atkinson said at half-time that he didn't think the quality of the England crosses had been what it should have been. But in this second half, the quality has been that much better. Probably Ron's told him to get the ball deep and get it to the far post.
Corner coming in, Keegan's backward header, Lexford again! Well, that really was the old 1-2. Keegan really had to, small though he is, he had to stoop to make a backward header with that one. Brooking's corner. Keegan stooping down, and Latchford from close range. Number 4, Jack.
Well, it just shows, you see, Jimmy Nicholl's out there again with him. And Jimmy Nicholl doesn't really know how to handle this sort of situation with Keegan. Where probably they were expecting a long, deep England ball. They pulled a 5-card trick on them and played it short and sharp into the near post. And it was terrifically well worked. Keegan's run was lovely.
So much for England being the underdogs, according to Ron Greenwood. A great bit of kidology. Not that I think anybody was really fooled by it, but they have really dominated this second half. Ireland had as much of the first half as England, but no doubt who's been bossing this second half. 3 goals in the opening 19 minutes of the second half. They've killed off Ireland without any doubt at all. Here's Rice. Rice again. Through to almost a chance for Derek Spence. O'Neill did well to fool McNills in that way, and now it's England attacking with Phil Neal. Brooking looking up to see what's on. Tony Curry's on for him. Spence is getting back at him. So Curry with Brooking outside him. A simple pass for Trevor Brooking, and a bad cross. Well, in fact, that looked to be on a decent piece of turf out there. It is badly cut up on that side where the ball is doing some strange things, but that seemed to come quite on a respectable piece of the Wembley turf to Keegan. Here's Brooking again. Well, he's left them for dead there. Oh, what a pass there! And it might come yet for Keegan. thought Latchford was on for his hat-trick then. A beautiful ball by Brooking, and here's Barnes. Played for Mick Mills, and played wide of the goal.